Hey guys, welcome back to part two. I'm in the second level of the dungeon here. So I just shuffled up the encounter cards here. And we're still going after Indrax, the dragon. We're on level 2, so I have more things to contend with as far as my challenges. Okay, I have 2 wounds and 4 poison. And I've got a few skills going on here. I've got a few items bumping me up. I'm allowed to hold up to 3 items and 3 skills. I have 2 skills and 2 items. Of course, this original item, the original skill that comes in doesn't count against my total. Sorry if you guys hear my air conditioner kicking on the background. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start this off at the beginning of the turn. If you follow your turn reference here, time passes. So I may move my dungeon deck up a little bit here. So you flip 2 cards over. So I'm just removing them basically from play. So time passes, so you lose 2 cards off the top of the deck. And now I can explore or enter a room, and I will choose to make it a little tighter here. I will choose to explore because I don't really have, let me move this over just a hair here. Hope this isn't too much for getting in your way, guys. Okay. A little bit of a glare there. So I probably should play this higher. Okay. I am the messiest dungeon keeper in the world. All right. So a new turn starts because that's my action was exploring. I will lose time, and now I will enter a... Oh, actually, I forgot to, at the end of my explore, I have to resist poison. I've got 4 poison. Nothing showing to help me out. So I roll a die. If I roll 5 or 6, either way I shake off a poison, but I will receive a damage because the poison affected me. Okay, so I've got 2 in magic, 4 in agility, and 3 swords, which are my colors here. And I'll encounter a room. Let's go with this. Okay, what am I facing here? This is an apparel. It's a poison cloud. I don't know if we've had a chance to even really do one of these yet. I can't remember from the first one that we did. Okay, so I have to choose 2 things. I can either try to contain this using only my blue magic dice, or I can try to crawl under it. If I try to contain it, I will lose a time, and these are my penalties for both. Crawl under, I can just go about it. It is a rating of 3. I do have more agility dice, so I will choose to try to crawl under it. Plus, I won't lose time that way. I need a 12. Now, on the perils over here, I also have a 5 and a 5 I have to cover. And there is 1 shield, so I have to cover that first. I don't have anything over here, unless I forgot from last week to put a heroic counter. If not, then that's my fault. I must have fell asleep at the campfire. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'll roll that dice. It rolled off the table. All right. Let's see what I can do here. Well, I don't even have a 5 up there, but I do have a couple abilities. This is not going to be pretty. I thought I could roll better than that, but I'm going to... Yeah, my only really good ability is this one. I'll place 2 of my dice here, my agility dice, and I'm going to be able to prevent a point of damage, and then I get to gain a die with a 6 on it. So that's enough to cover this, but unfortunately I have to put 1 over here where the shield is, at least a 5, and that qualifies this. And now I don't have enough to go over here, and I don't have enough to go over here. Is there any other abilities I have? Momentum, nothing else helps me. So it looks like I'm going to have to suffer the consequences pretty bad here. This is going to put me 1 away from dying. I get 3 poison counters. Wow. Starting off at level 2, already kicking my butt. And I would get a wound from here, but I did choose this ability which prevents that wound. And I lose a time. And over here I get another poison counter. Yay! Okay, so I didn't look up the rules to see if I max out on poison counters. I still have 1 left in the supply. I'm hoping it's nothing that bad. But I did encounter this card, so I will get it as a reward. What do I want to do with it? I have 2 experience. I need 8 to level up. I could hold another skill. This lets me, on blue, if I spend at least a value of 3, adding any number of dice together, I can roll a blue die, then increase it by 2. That's not bad. A little like spark, I guess is what's kind of like a spell. Actually, I just messed up. I realized on the feint I can't use that versus peril. Wow. So I am actually even going to take, well, that just means I have to put it there. So yeah, either way, I still took the same damage because that actually, the only penalty was I had to try to place dice there, which did take away from me putting here. So that's where I got hurt anyway. Well, okay, so I still get this card, but let's see, man. It does add another agility, but I don't really need one of those. I'm going to put this in experience. Oh, what a dummy. I forgot. Every round I get my heroic die because I'm at level 2. Okay, so I got 5 experience. Well, that was a brutal beating. All right, top of the round, time passes. I'm going to explore. I'm just trying to feel where the luck is. I feel like this one's luckier than the rest as I mess up all my other guys here. All right, looks like I'm facing a panther, which is a peril. So that means that I can only choose one path or the other. And on this as a specific, I don't know if you guys seen this, but on this, some of these perils, it'll say if you go this way, you can't choose the skill. You're on the item for a reward. If you go this way, you're choosing this as an ability. But it's also worth 2 experience. I'm assuming that you can use this for the 2 experience, or you can do it for this. Boy, this is interesting. Okay. The most logical point, I don't have that many blue dice, so I will again try to use my agility. Let me move these other dice out of the way here. And I will not forget to use my heroic die for being level 2. Well, it didn't give me a whole lot, but man, I crushed this roll. Okay, I have to put at least a 5 over here on the shield each time if I'm doing a peril. And that one does a poison. I definitely don't want to take any damage. So, Yep, I guess I'll put those there. Since I didn't do that, that doesn't apply to me. And I'll put this over here. So everything's covered. I didn't even need my wild die that time, but that's okay. My heroic die. So I will defeat this guy. I can use him for 2 experience. I don't want the agility. Or what is his ability here? The Panther says that I can gain a 4 strength die or a 4 agility die. That's a free action. Doesn't cost me anything. But if I keep coming up against these blues, which I'm getting my butt kicked on, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and put this in skill just because it's kind of a free thing to gain a die. So if I ever have any more physical encounters, I should be crushing those. But something better happen soon because I do have a potion. I might just have to use that. It says I can heal a damage or a poison. Oh, that's any time that the effect is used off a used or a potion is gained. Or I can just heal. I can heal a damage. Maybe I need to find something that gives me a potion as reward. All right, top of the turn, time passes. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of muddling this out to myself because I know that I might die to poison pretty soon. Okay, well this one gives me a potion as reward. Let's see. It's a what do you call it? A combat encounter. So I get to roll all my dice. How? I cannot place heroic dice on dungeon challenge boxes this turn. So these are dungeon challenge. Oh, but you know what? I can use them over here. So I will go ahead and roll it anyway. Plus, you can use it to trade in things. Okay, do I get that right? 4, 3, 2, 1. Yep. All right. Let's see. Ooh. All right, but I have to also. I got these 2 over here. Got to deal with now since I'm doing. I have to get a 7 in or lose 3 time, and now I have to have 8 in combat. So I've got that, but I need 7. I'm gonna have to do some dice manipulation for sure. The blue looks pretty good, but let's see what I can do. Maybe I should have kept that Panther one to let me manipulate the blue a little bit more. Let me think about this. Okay, I can spend one of my pink dice, and all I really need is, so I have enough to fill that anyway. How many shields are out there? Oh, I got to get a 3 on that and a 3 on that, which I can use a wild. Boy, this game makes it a little thinky. I don't know why they say it takes like 20 minutes to play the game. I guess because people, but I'm like, there's so many options here. You want to make your best ability. So I'm going to first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this die here. And it lets me roll another one of these dice. which is a little bit better. That's good. And I can increase a die by 1. Boy. Maybe my wild die, because I'm not sure how that's going to work out. Although, do I need any in blue? Well, yeah, if I can increase the blue a little bit better. But I can put any number of dice over there. You know what? Let me just move. I'll increase this by 1. All right. I cannot. Oh, you know what? It says I can't place. I'm not going to do that because I can't place that on a challenge box anyway. I can only use them over here. So let's increase. Boy, this is tough, man. I think I'm going to lose a bunch of time. I'll increase one of these to 4. Okay, let's see what I can do now. I can just gain a 4 die or a 4 pink die. So I don't need that, so I'm going to gain a 4 sword die, strength die. So I've used those 2. I can spend one of my pink. If I do, I can increase this by one of these by 2 and one of these by 2. But man, and I definitely want to cover that up because that's 2 damage. I need to really look at damage. But the thing is, boy, this is so mean. I need to kind of almost give up on the blue because I'm only going to lose time on that. So what can I do? I can't place this on the thing. So what can I do here? I am going to use my heroic die because those are dungeon challenge boxes. These are just regular boxes. So I will use that as an agility die, 2 agility dice. I'm going to be able to prevent a point of damage this turn, and now I gain a 6 pink die. Okay, so I've done those 3 abilities. Do I want to get rid of one of my pink dice now to... I'm not worried about losing time, but since I'm not going to have enough to really do that unless I sacrifice. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, I'm just looking at this. I have to put one here. I have to put one here because I can still trade in for wild dice. I've got to put at least 8 here, which is good. At least 7 here. But I've got to put at least 8 here to prevent, so I can do that. I will, ooh, yeah. I'm going to cash these 2 dice in to get the lower die. Oh, but I can't put them in heroic challenge boxes. Oh, no. Okay, let me think about this. Is there something that just loses time? That's 1 point of damage. I guess I'm going to maybe have to let that go, but it's only 1 less, so. But I could place my last pink that I'm not using to increase both of these dice by 1. Not that it makes a big difference. I'm not placing blue on anything. Oh, actually, it'll increase it by 2. Boy, these are tough. These are tough challenges, man. Okay, so I'm gonna put 8 here. I'm probably not gonna get that 7. So I'm looking at 1, but I'm gonna prevent a damage from that. But that's a poison. Is there any way I can get 7 out of this? I'll be able. Well, if I could put wild dice on, this would be perfect. I could cash those 2 in, but his ability, that stupid howl that he has, won't let me do that. So I'm looking at taking at least a poison and losing 3 time. So I can't see a way out of it. That's 5. I can't place wild dice, so I can't cash that in. And if I happen to use my ability to increase die by 2, it only goes up to 1 more. That's 6. It's not enough to cover that. Doggone it. Okay, if there's a way I can't see it out. Okay, so I will suffer consequences. I'll prevent the 1 damage there, but I will take another poison, and I will lose 3 time. And combat was engaged, so I get this as my reward. The question is, do I want to level up now, or do I want to add another sword? I'm doing pretty good gaining stuff, so I start with 3, but this lets me get stuff. Boy, I think I'm going to... This would put me 1 within... Oh, it's a potion as well as my reward. I can roll 1, gain. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to gain this as a potion. I'll identify this potion. And the nice thing about identifying the potion is, if I use my potion for this, the top ability says I can heal a heart or a poison anytime the potion effect is used. So that is a good thing. All right, so I might even do that. I'm thinking about doing that. Okay, top of the turn. What do I got going on here? Oh, actually, if I fail to resist poison roll, do not remove poison token. Oh, dang it. So I shouldn't have removed that last poison. But I'm maxed out in poison tokens, so I'll have to look up a rule later. Maybe I'm supposed to die, but I'm going to play as if I had an unlimited supply of those. Although you do have a limited supply of dice, I found out, because there's things that make you exile them permanently. So I flip 2 times, and let's see what this guy is. Well, he's a whopping 4 experience. I should probably keep my experience that I got out here. The ice stream, I don't believe was here from last time. I think this guy's supposed to be discarded. I don't know how he got in there. He snuck in. He snuck in below me. I only have 5. Yeah, I need a 3 for to move up. Okay. So I got a wild die. I've got 3 swords, 4 and 2. Do I want to go ahead and take this guy on? Well, I don't have any shields. Boy, when it comes to poison time, though, I've got a lot of abilities that'll help me. Okay, I don't really have much of a choice here. I might have to use my potion before the encounter to... well, it says roll 3 and whatever. When I do, it'll heal it automatically. So I might do that during the turn. Let's see how this works out here. Whoa, a lot of low pinkers there. But I've got some cool abilities here. Let's see how this is going. My heroic die hasn't been too heroic lately. Let me think. The first thing I'm going to do is gain one or the other. I have to get 15 to avoid that. I don't fear that 7 as much up there. 11. I can increase. I see. I'm going to use my 2 1s right off the bat here to gain a 6 die. And I will prevent a point of damage to me this turn. I'm going to put my 1 wild die here as a sword to roll one of these swords and then increase a die by 1 if I can keep it on the table. So now I can increase any of these dice by 1. I think I'll just increase it by 1 because I see 2 4s I definitely need. And this, that takes... actually, that's any number. Wait a second. Let me look at this again, because I'm going to end up putting 8 up there. What if I do that there? Is there a way for me to prevent getting poison tokens? This is not good, people. This is not good at all. This might be a short-lived. Okay, let me go and look at my buy here. I'm going to gain one or the other here. I'm going to gain a 4 combat die for free. And if I want to, I can use one of these, which will be fine, to increase. So this is me using all my abilities to increase one of my swords by 2. So that'll move that to 5. And one of my magic by 2, which just maxes out at 6. So let's think about this. Now I got a lot of high numbers here. It's easy to cash in some dice. So as far as this is concerned, nothing with shields on it, but that will definitely cover the 8. I can't really do much about losing the time, I don't think. Wound. Oh, it says wound is exile a die, a sword die. I didn't even see his ability. So I have to take one of these and remove it from the game. Put it in the box over there. Man. Oh. This is tough noogies, man. Let's see. Well, obviously the 2 pink are going to go here. Tentatively, I may still cash in for a wild die. You're supposed to do this before you put it on, but this is me just thinking it out. I'm going to prevent 1 wound. So if I let the 4 go through, yep, okay, there we go. So the 4 is going to hit me for 1 in the middle there. But so all I need to do is cash these 2 3s in for a wild 3 or a heroic 3. And this will give me 12 plus 3 is 15 to cover that bottom one. So the only thing I have exposed is I'm going to lose 3 time. Only, right, guys? And then I'm going to take a wound, but my ability for feint lets me avoid a wound, so I will not take that wound. And I will get all these dice. Now, as a reward, I'm going to choose this as a level up, because that'll give me 7, 8, 9, and all I need is 8 to level up. So these will get discarded. And I will increase the level. So I still get my 1 heroic die, but I get to add 1 potion to the potion thing over here. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to, oh man, I forgot I could have used my ability. Dadgummit, I am not smart. I could have done this. It wouldn't have helped me, but at least I could have used it to remove a poison or whatever. I'm gonna you know what? I'm not gonna remove any of that. It'll just probably give me. I'm gonna get an automatic damage on my roll. So actually, you know what? Yeah, because I can do them during my combat if I'm lucky enough to have one of those. Okay, so 3, 4, 2, 1 heroic feat. Start of the turn. Lose time. And now going to explore, and at the end of explore, I have to make a poison check, which I cannot pass. So I will automatically normally remove that back, but this guy's emboldened says I can't remove them if I fail. So I'm gonna receive a damage. I can't do nothing about that because I automatically fail that. And start again, lose 2 time. Man, losing time. Now I can try to enter a room. Give me something good. All right, this is this guy here, Spikalon. Okay, well, of course we're going to encounter him. Things are getting to the nitty-gritty. Okay, suffer a poison when you place a 5 on this card. Well, I don't think it's going to make that much difference since I'm maxed out in poison tokens. I probably would have died already, but we're just going to see if I can do anything else just to make this interesting. And I'll look that rule up later. That's one of the few rules that... because I've never had it when I played this before by myself that I've maxed out in poison counters. Okay, let me move this stuff off here, sorry. What can I do? Well, the first thing is, how about I use the second ability, which is I get to roll. Well, you know what? I don't even really need to use this. I need blue stuff, don't I? But it lets me cash in some stuff. I get a poison. I'm supposed to put a thing on there. So I'm going to use this ability to roll a die, and then I'll also gain a 3. So I use my potion there, and I will heal one or the other. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can try to get some of these poison tokens off me. I'm going to heal that, and I'm going to use my ability to gain a 4 or 4, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it, at this point? I got so much of... I'm going to gain a 4 pink for my free ability. I'm going to roll this. I'm basically placing it there, and then the roll is a 3, but I can increase a die by 1, whichever die I want, which will be... I think I'm going to increase this by 1. So because if I place any 5s on this card, it's bad news for me here. What else can I do here? If I place 2 here, 2 agility, I can prevent a point damage coming in, and I gain a 6. And if I put an ability here, then I can increase the value of 2. Oh, dang it! By the way, guys, I defeated a combat guy last time, so I get to store a heroic feat dice. I am just awful at remembering. That could very well come in and help me. Okay, so I can increase a sword by 2. So let's move this to a 6. And I can increase another thing by 2. Let me move this to 6. Nope. Let's see. What did I say? Move it to 6? It's only a 2. I can't move it to 6. I'd have to move it to 4. So let's move... It maxes out at 6. Okay, so pretty much dice placement now. All right, so nice thing is I pretty much got rid of all my 5s except for this guy, but I'm going to place him over here. 5, I got a 6, and a 4. And a 6, that's all covered. This plus the 6 here is 11, covers that, and a wild, a 4, 2, and a 1 uses blue. I've actually covered everything up. So in spikes, so I didn't even place a 5, so that's good. Die, you dumb Spikalon. Okay, I get a heroic die. Let me not forget because it was encounter on that one. Let me think here. What am I going to do? I can have up to 4 skills now. Nothing's helping me in blue. I need some blue stuff. Okay. I'm going to stick it here just so I can have another ability to keep manipulating dice. Maybe I can keep getting wild dice. So that gives me max out of my 4 beyond starting skills. And I have up to 5 items, so I might want to start considering that pretty soon. Let me return this to my starting set. This is gone. My potion. Alright, start the turn. Enter a room. It's a peril. Ooh, we're definitely going to have to choose the pink one on this. Is there anything I can do at the beginning of the turn? I guess I could use a wild die, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm going to try to sprint across this rope bridge. Yeah, because I'm just not good in blue. Okay, well that could have been a lot better. Oh, this is not good. This is not a good roll at all. But I can use as many numbers, but I have to put a 5 over here, and it'd be 3, 3, that's 9, that's 1 short. What lets me manipulate? Okay, I can place 2 here, which let me prevent a point damage, and I gain a 6 die. And my ability Charm Panther lets me gain for free a 4 pink or yellow, but since I'm doing the agility, alright, so this won't be as horrible then. So I need to put at least a 5er here by the rule, and gotta put at least 10 here. Is there anything else I can do? I can increase a die by 1. If I use this to put here, I can gain a 5 and a 2, but still I'm trying to figure out a way to get a 5. I can go here and increase that to a 4. What do I need to put here? 10 has to go there. Wow. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Let me think about this. Let me think about this. So if I go here, I'd roll one of these, but I also get to increase the die by 1. That would make that a 5. Exactly what I need over there. I still don't have enough dice though. Oof. Okay. Okay, I might be able to do this here. Okay, so I'm gonna move that there, and it's gonna let me roll one of these and increase the die by 1. Okay, so 2. Now I can increase the die by 1, which I'll move this to a 5 agility. And now I'll use that die I just got to gain a 5 of that. Why do you ask? Because I just really needed another pink here, because this gives me 10 that I need. And this gives me 6 to cover that, and 6 to cover the top one. And boom, boom. Manipulated. It's all about manipulating the dice, taking time to figure it out. Okay. So I will get this guy here. Do I want 2 experience? Oh no, I use the oh, it doesn't matter on this one. I can choose. This one gives me another sword if I want it, or I can get what is this ability? Roll 2, roll 3, but discard one of them. That'd really help. Boy, I'm not getting anything to give me some. You know what? I'm gonna have to just start building up these guys. So. Because I can hold up to 5 items, which I've only got 3 on there now. I just got to hope that some more blues show up. I need some more blues out there. And by the way, guys, if I take 1 more point of damage, I'm dead. Okay, let's, oh, I got to spend time. So now I have 4 of those dice. I'm going to try to strike this down, which makes me lose a time. So I'm choosing the top thing with the thorn spitter, so I'm going to try to strike it down. And let's roll these dice. good looking numbers. I'm going to go ahead and use my bottom ability. Oh, I have to place something there. That's fine. Let me see what else I can do here. I'm going to place this here to roll another dice. And I get to decrease a die by 1. With that to a 5. And then I'm going to gain a 4 die for free. Yeah, this is awesome. And then I'm going to... well, I can move this up. I can do this to gain a 5. I ain't hurting at all here. I'm going to use my other potion over here to roll one of these dice. Not that I need it, but basically, and then I gain a 3. So, and I have a ton of junk here. So I mainly did this so I can heal. So I'm going to heal back a poison for using that ability. Anytime. I wish it said and. That would be nice. And then I'll have more than enough to cover these up here. So there's 10 there and 2 6s up there. I know it seemed like kind of a waste, but gotta have something. 1, 2, 3, 4 skills. This is a really cool skill for magic, though. If I have at least 5 combined dice, whatever it takes, I'd gain a 5 magic and a 5 whatever, which is a great ability. But right now, I think I'm going to go here. All right, so I'm going to lose time. And then I'm going to enter here. And I'll fight this Joker. So I've got 4, 4, and 2. It's a dire boar. And these are some weak rolls. But what's his ability? Charge. Dice may not be re-rolled or increased. Oh no! I should have declared to use my... Why do you guys not remind me of that, to use the special die? That is just rude. Okay, let me think here. Oh man, this is bad news for the dungeon people. Okay, so I cannot... They may not be... I can roll, but I can't re-roll because there's cards that say re-roll on them. Okay, I think I should be fine. I'm going to use this first ability on the bottom to gain a 5er. The bad thing is, I'm going to run out of dice. I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to gain a 4 or a 5 on that. Wow. Let's gain a... I gain a 4 pink. What does that do for me? Boy, there's a lot of junk going on. I think this might be death coming to me pretty soon. So those 2s really do me no good on that. So yeah, I'm going to put I'm going to make a 4 out here of that for the bottom ability. I'll spend this die here to roll a die, and I'll gain an additional. I'll gain a 4. Stop knocking the dice over. And if I use 2 pink dice, this is great having all these abilities. I can prevent a point of damage this turn, and I gain a pink 6. And if I use this, which I will, I can increase. Oh, but numbers can't be increased, can they? Yep. So I can't use that ability. Yep. So that's a waste if I do that. So I won't do that then. Alright, so I'm fighting this guy. What can I do now? But I can manipulate with wild or heroic dice. Let's see. So basically, I am kind of looking at 6, 5, 4. This one has to be covered up with 4. 6, 3. Yep. 7 up here and 10 there. Everything's covered. Boom, boom, boom. And normally I'd gain a heroic die, but since I'm a dummy, and all this does is give me another sword. Do I need another sword? I don't know at this point, or do I just need more experience? Okay, I'm gonna give myself I'm just gonna gain myself another sword. So now I've got 5 swords, 4 agility, and 2 magic. Not that I really have enough to do all. That's ridiculous. I don't need that much for those guys. Let's do a need 10 experience. I'll put it down here for 6 because I may not make it through the next part of the dungeon. So that leaves me with 4, 4, 2, and 1 heroic. And now I will spend time. I got to spend one more, but once again it says while visible, place a token here for each time spent. So I'm going to have to place a damage token here. Remove the other 2 at the end of the turn. The hero may descend if this card is revealed while spending time to start a turn. The heroes may descend immediately. So that's what I'll do since this is revealed while spending a time to start a turn. So I'm spending one of my time here, so I'm going to descend immediately. So that will move me to level 3, which will shuffle up and start on the next video. So and meanwhile, it'll give me a time in between to try to look up to see about those poison tokens, that one rule about running out. So thanks for putting up with me, guys, and watching me play this game 80% correctly. I think mostly correct. It's just that one rule I don't really think about right now. Oh, and now I have even another thing. I have Infection Swarm that's going to start, so immediately discard all 3s rolled. That will happen immediately every time with the Insect Swarm. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it to beat this monster or not. All right, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching and keep the dice rolling.